Hello everyone, I hope you are doing good, whoever you are, whether you're about to watch or listen to my video. I greatly appreciate it. Welcome. Today I want to talk about Grok AI, which is Twitter, and I will say Twitter, I will never say X. Twitter's version of like an AI bot, assistant, whatever you want to call it. You know, it's a typical, hey Grok, what are your predictions for the Super Bowl? It'll tell you this. Hey Grok, how do you solve this parabola math problem? It'll tell you that. But I don't know if all AI apps, websites, or whatever you want to call them are the same. But Grok, for example, you could tell it, hey, make a picture of Joe Rogan driving a Ferrari, smoking a cigar, driving on the moon. And it would do its best to form that picture.
A few moments later.
You could take like an existing picture and alter it. For example, if I took a picture of myself just like this and said, hey Grok, turn my headband blue. Or turn my headband red, it would do that to its best ability. And I'll be honest, some of the stuff that you can do with Grok, it's pretty realistic looking in a way. And for what I'm about to talk about, I will try to provide screenshots as best as I can, but little warning, some of the stuff is pretty creepy and perverted in a way, and that's why I'm making this video, try to expose some of the stuff and hopefully bring the stuff to light, because it's very weird in my opinion. So like I said, you can alter images out there. Any image you want, I think pretty much you can alter it any way you want. And this video is going to talk about the way these weird people online are altering images of women, and I'm sure probably men too. I don't know why this is such a trend all of a sudden, but this is like all my Twitter is damn near. And it's really weird and it's sad to see. So let me think of like who's a random woman out there. There could be a picture of, I don't know, Sydney Sweeney in her pajamas, for example. And someone could type in the comments, hey Grok, put her in a thong and a bra, and it would do it, even though that's not what the original picture was.
Come on out, you rapist!
So there are a lot of innocent women out there posting pictures of themselves out at dinner, maybe at a movie, maybe just out and about in the city. Nothing sexualized about these pictures. But people in the comments are saying, hey Grok, put her in this.
Look at this dude. Wait till you see that.
Put her in that. Let me see her in a thong. Let me see her in underwear, a bra. Weird stuff like this, and I feel really bad because a lot of these women, I don't even know what you want to call it. Not even being sexualized, but being like manipulated in a weird like nude way. And it's honestly disgusting to see. And like, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not one of those people who are going to say AI is going to ruin the world. AI is going to take over robots and self-driving cars and tinfoil hat. That's not me. But I think this is crossing the line, whatever that line is. One of the few reasons why I personally have liked Twitter, especially since I guess Elon Musk bought it, is because it's kind of like a wild wasteland. It's kind of like the Wild West in a way. You can kind of talk and do whatever you want on Twitter, and there's pros and cons to that. Obviously, as I'm talking about in this video, is there's like really like no guidelines almost of what you could do on Twitter. But I feel like forcing an AI assistant to put people in their undergarments is crossing the line of rights, of like, it's not right. It's not right to do. And don't get me wrong, I love women. I love beautiful women. I love to see women doing modeling and like, I don't know, bikini and stuff like that, you know. I love women. I do. But I don't like seeing women being sexualized, especially when there is nothing sexual about their post. And this is going for anything. It doesn't even have to be a picture. I am seeing women tweet stuff about like, Grok, I do not give you permission to use my photos in any way. You read the comments, hey Grok, put her in a bikini still. And it still does it. This is like next level creep, perverted stuff. And I think Elon Musk or whoever runs the show at Twitter needs to approach this in some way or form, if it's even approachable, if this is something that you can even stop. But I feel like it's an invasion of privacy, just through and through, and it's not right. And I think what makes this also a bigger concern, in my opinion, and this is sickening, and this is why I'm making a video about it, to hopefully bring this to light, and hopefully other people can try to bring this out too. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Is there is no age limit to this stuff either, which makes it even worse. And I am not going to show screenshots. Not that I don't even have screenshots. I don't have screenshots of any of this. I'm going to find them on Twitter. But with this specific story, I do not have anything. I'm not even going to look it up. It's just creepy. Anyone who doesn't live under a rock probably has heard of the show called Stranger Things. And there is a little sister in the show. And she is underage. She is just flat out underage. Very young actor. I seen some shit on Twitter where someone said, "Hey Grok, put her in a bikini." That is just straight up, that's a pedophile at that point. That is a straight up pedophile asking to see a kid in a bikini, bro. That is next level creep shit, bro. This should not be allowed. And what makes it even worse though, and I feel like this is what makes it hard to combat, is there are all of these OnlyFans models, internet thoughts, who are using this to gain, I guess, fame, probably money, publicity, whatever you want to call it, however you want to phrase it. Because I am also seeing these internet thoughts online saying, "Hey Grok, put me in my underwear."
Gotcha, bitch!
Even though it's a picture, like, okay, for anyone who understands Twitter, you can like quote pictures, quote stuff. I have seen countless times a girl online in her pajamas, like nothing sexual about it. They will quote it and say, "Hey Grok, put this picture of me in my underwear from this angle," and it does it. And this is why I feel like it's gonna be hard to combat this stuff, because on one end you have people using it in a real perverted, sick way, and then on the other end you have all these internet, I about said a bad word. You have all these internet thoughts out here using it to provide and help themselves in its own creepy way too. Like, why are you gonna ask an AI assistant, "Hey, put me in underwear, put me in my bra"? Bro, just fucking post it yourself. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't even know how you would approach this situation, but it's just weird. It is a very weird subject to talk about. It's a very weird thing to see on Twitter. I mean, I don't interact with stuff. I don't interact with anything of this sorts, but yet it's all I see on Twitter. I mean, and it's not even about sexualized, perverted stuff. Like I said, you could use Grok to do anything. Like another example, and this is something that's not, I don't think, necessarily foul or harmful in a way. I seen a picture of Ariana Grande with a selfie holding her phone just like that, and someone said, "Hey Grok, replace her phone with a cheeseburger," and it did. You know what I mean? Like, it's not always bad stuff. It's just the fact that, like, a lot of sick weirdos out there are using Grok in a real perverted way that I think is crossing the human rights boundary at this point. And it's sad and sickening that, I don't even want to say women, because probably happening to men too. And I don't know, if you made it to the end of this video, let me know what your opinions are. Let me know if you use Twitter and if you know what I'm talking about and your thoughts on it. Maybe it's an unpopular opinion. Maybe this is what AI should be able to do. But like I said, I feel like it's just an invasion of privacy. And no man, no woman, whatever you identify as, you know, no one deserves to be sexualized in a non-sexualized manner. You know what I mean? There shouldn't be a picture of I don't know, Donald Trump at the White House, and then next thing you know, there's a picture of him in his underwear because AI. That's a weird, bad example, but you get what I'm saying. AI, I feel like, shouldn't be able to do this. The only way I feel like you should be able to use AI in that form, if it is someone personally commanding AI to do something to themselves. I, Doug, should not be able to command AI, Grok, to put, I don't know, Michelle Obama in a thong, bro. That's weird. But if I go on Twitter and say, "Hey Grok, make my headband red," I should be able to do that. If I go on Twitter, "Hey Grok, put me in a Speedo on the beach," cool, because that's me about myself. But I don't think anyone online should be able to have those kind of commands for other people. It's weird. It's really weird, and I don't know how I feel about it. I don't even like being on Twitter right now because it makes me feel so uncomfortable seeing all these innocent people sexualized. Ugh. Anyways, like I said, if you made it to the end of the video, please leave a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are on it. If you use Twitter, I feel like there's a good chance you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't use Twitter, I do highly recommend, if you can, check Twitter out and check this stuff out because it's crazy. But anyways, I really appreciate whoever watched or listened to this to the very end. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I really hope I see you in the next video, whatever it is. Thanks. Peace.